Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Ellison. I want to talk to you about the good of not knowing. You heard that right. The good of not knowing. You don't have to know everything. When it comes down to walking with God, fulfilling your purpose in life, doing what God has commanded you to do, you don't have to know everything. You know what I have found out in my years of walking with God? The biggest thing that I need to know is that God knows what he's doing. He knows how to get me to where he has commissioned me to be at. He knows how to make things work. One of my favorite scriptures is Philippians chapter 2, I believe it's verse 13, that says, it is God that's working in us, both giving us the willpower and the ability to get things done. It's God. It's not you and I. It's not our human ability. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't use your senses, that you don't think and so forth. But what it does mean is God is working through us. So there is good in not knowing. And part of the goodness of you not knowing is knowing that God knows. Oh, that just sounds so good. I'm going to say that again. Part of the good is you knowing and me knowing that God knows when I don't know. He's in charge. He's sovereign. His wisdom is just so brilliant, so infinite in its operation. So rest. Don't be full of anxiety because you don't know everything. Know all you can know. When you come to the end of your knowing, know that God knows on your behalf. Now, I want to talk about some of the good that's involved in not knowing. The first thing I want to share with you is the fact that you get to grow. We get to grow. When you don't know, then you get to grow. Oh, wow. Good saying there. Again, when you don't know, you get to grow. See, you and I, by human nature, we will duck those things that we don't like, that we might know about, by human nature. But God has his way of leading us into the zone of uncertainty. You see, it's in uncertainty, and it's okay. It's okay. It's in that zone of an uncertainty that dynamic, awesome things begin to come out to where we learn, we see differently, we begin to know differently, you feel differently about things. And all of this emerges when you step into a period of uncertainty. And uncertainty is critically necessary for our growth and development. Now, God will spare nothing for you and I to grow. So therefore, he will allow you and I to be subjected to a period of uncertainty. You don't know this, you don't know that, you don't know which way to go, you don't know what to do. God permits these periods. And as a matter of fact, when you get ready to step into a new level, a new dimension, and this is one of my points, of course, just getting ahead of myself, the host to that is new, the host to that is new is uncertainty. So when you start meeting a lot of, or the period of uncertainty, hey, you're being hosted into the new. You're being hosted into what you have not seen, what you have not heard, what you have not experienced, and that's a good thing. So the first point is that you're hosted by uncertainty into the new when you don't know. Now, isn't that powerful? Hosted by uncertainty. Are you sure we want that, Ellison? Yeah, you need it. Whether you want it or not, you need it for the second reason, reason why there's good in not knowing, and that is that it causes development and dependency. Or let me say it this way, it causes us to have to depend on God, and therefore the more we depend on God, the more God leads us into stages of development. See, the Bible said that earth is groaning and travailing, waiting for the manifestation of the sons and the daughters of God, not the babies. This is not a time for the baby mentality. Sons and daughters. This is the time for the sons and daughters, which means that we've gone through developmental periods. What's another good in not knowing? Well, it helps to It helps to take the limitations off of our expectations. Oh my God, I like that one. It helps to take the limitations off of my expectations when I don't know. But if I already know, well, I'm not going to be expecting like I would when I don't know. And then lastly, the good in not knowing is that it helps to keep you open to God's divine surprises. Did you hear that? It helps keep you open to God's divine surprises. See, you can never tell where he's going to show up at. You can never tell through whom he's going to speak. And you can never tell what unlikely scenario he's going to use for his purpose, for the betterment of your life, so that your life can impact the world that you and I have been called to impact.